So, welcome to the summer 2016 edition of the Autonomy Incubator Student Intern Exit Presentations. Today, or right now, we're going to hear from one half of our super duo social media team. Kastan Day is joined us for the first time this semester. He will be entering into Swarthmore College in the fall. And we have been very fortunate to have him with us here this summer. And with that, Kastan, take it away.
Hello. So I'm Kastan. I just graduated from Phillips Academy, which is a high school just outside Boston, almost exactly 10 weeks ago, and came straight here. And then I'm going right off to college. So it's just been a busy summer, but I'm absolutely thrilled to have spent it this way. Just a little bit before coming here, I did a lot of stuff with filmmaking, particularly with our newspaper at school. That was a terrific time. And then through that, I was like, man, I really want to build a drone, or I really want to buy a drone so I can get aerial footage and stuff. And I was like, buying it, that's expensive, let's learn a little bit. So I built my first drone, and that was so much fun. I was like, well, filmmaking, what is this? Let's do engineering now. And so built a second drone, which is much smaller, more engineering intensive, a 250 size racing quad that I know Zach is really big into as well. And through that, ended up doing rock climbing with the UAV, placing ropes, climbed the highest unclimbed peak in Colorado using that method, novel approach to how we use UAVs, and working with a lot of people on that particular expedition that were not experienced with flying UAVs, and so we crashed a couple times. So if you guys could hurry up with this autonomy thing, it'd be really helpful. And so going off into college, I'm really excited about computer science and engineering and really want to focus on kind of that side of the spectrum in my future studies. Great. So process. Throughout all of my video creation stuff, I'm always towing this line between professionalism and entertainment and fun and whatnot. And my style has definitely evolved a lot over the course of the summer. I think starting very stern and strict and loosening up a little bit, but hopefully that just makes the content all the more engaging for our viewers so they actually get something out of it and reach a wider audience and whatnot. So it's a difficult place to shoot. Audio is something I always struggle with in the lab and all the air conditioning that we have going and just people being really far away from each other. But it's been a great challenge, and these lavalier mics have helped a lot trying to make sure we capture what everyone's saying. Simultaneously, the GoPro time lapses, I think Abby was probably more diligent than I last year on setting those up, but we do have a couple good ones. We got the important days, so I can't wait to put that all together into hopefully a final video in the last couple days here that kind of recaps some of the internal goings on and the fun times that we had this summer. So Milestones, 32 media projects. That includes things I've done for Javier and Lauren with heat map type things. And then of that, 23 of those were uploaded videos. Maybe 2 days from now, that number will be almost double considering how many presentations we had today. But it's been a ton of fun with internal release videos for various presentations that people have given. They need media for that. And then social media exclusives for stuff that goes up on Twitter and Instagram and whatnot. That some of those are individual, entirely social-facing videos that are really kind of short. They're all under a minute because that's the limit on Instagram, so that's what we stick to. And those have been kind of just short, fun ways to engage our audience with what we're doing here. And most of those, I think, live exclusively there, and some of them are just segments of longer videos that we have. So you can say, well, this is the coolest 60 seconds of it. Click through to see the rest of what's going on there. The blog has been inundated with GIFs or GIFs this year, so it's really exciting to have Abby there, and she's taking all kinds of photos, but we also get video and media implanted directly there. So also lots of sound system stuff. That was kind of a mess when I first went up there for the internal sound system and the AI, but now it's all very well labeled, and hopefully it'll be easy for the next person. And that's kind of been a theme for what I've been doing here as well. All of the video assets that I've created for lower thirds animations for people, introductions and various style and music elements, I've saved all that in archived manners, and so hopefully all of that will be useful to whoever comes after me, and we can just build upon that work instead of having to do it from scratch. All kinds of video stuff, and we're really focused on scalability, making sure that this stuff can be used in the future. So here are a couple things that I really tried to do more than just the average. So this is like my personal touch or flair on the video projects. The first one was the AI lower thirds. This is the After Effects file for how that's created. This is part of it. You can't really fit it all on the same screen at the same time. There are 27 layers that go into this design and 44 animation nodes, and I think every single one of those is a Bezier curve. So I have a good bit of experience. You can see all these Bezier curves for more organic animation styles. So that was a lot of fun to put together, and kind of just taking color tone cues from the AI logo and whatnot, and making sure that this is really easily adaptable by whoever comes after me, making the text clear on how you edit everything that's going on. So when you actually open it, none of this faces the user. Whoever comes after me will just see like one place where they can change the text and dig in more if they want to. So here it is in action. It's super fun. I kind of like the flair that it gives all of our videos, and pretty flexible for having multiple people and whatnot. 3D, another thing I've been working on is kind of incorporating images more organically into the frame. So especially with these other images, you'll notice that there's no background. This one is a little sketchy, but what I tried to do is key out the white background of the image. So if you think of a green screen, you key out the green. I did the same thing basically, but keying out white. It works fairly well for just kind of incorporating these graphs into the real world without just having like a big block of, obviously an overlaid photo. And again, using Bezier curves to kind of keep those animations pretty. Another thing we're working on was this animation for Deegan to illustrate how the LiDAR and camera work together, so you can get sensor fusion to increase your accuracy there. And that was a lot of fun, just made all of that from scratch, again, inside After Effects. So this one is really interesting. This is a collection of all the video intros, or most of them, that I've done over the course of the year. And so you can get like a quick evolution of how my style has changed. Up first is Kevin French, because he was one of the first videos I did. And so here you can kind of see maybe how my style has changed. So.
Sure. All right. My name's Kevin French, and I'm an intern here at the Autonomy Incubator.
Start with some B-roll, a little bit more engaging.
Ready? My name is Angelica Garcia. I go to school at the university.
I kind of like those flares where people say, like, you ready? Like, we going now? It's a little bit more natural. Trying to be a little bit funnier. We got Nika doing robot, fittingly.
I'm Deegan. I'm working on
audio quality is way better.
Vision and machine learning.
Music evolution. So this one was kind of fun because I had the person in their domain talking about what they're doing.
So the rubber we use is a two-part silicon mixture. In order to make the rubber, we have to mix these two parts together, which introduces air bubbles into the mixture. So we use a vacuum chamber to degas it and help release these bubbles.
No need to do an introduction or say their name, just jump right in.
Yep, something similar to this. These are the molds I used last year. You can kind of see it with this one.
Yeah.
Okay, my name's Jacob Beck. I just graduated.
And there we go into the heart of the video.
So then, let's just get started. I'm Jacob Beck. I work here at the Autonomy Incubator.
Out in the lab, a little bit more informal.
Bend and lock, dodge and pulse.
You have the cold open there. Finally got an image of an F-22 in the same frame. Trying to do it all summer, and we nailed it. The perfect time.
Hi, I'm Locke.
I'm Ben.
We're dodging pulls today.
Yeah.
So now that it doesn't see anything on screen, what does it do?
It turns and starts looking for it. See, then it found it again.
Hi everybody,
So this is the last
Jacob.
one.
So as part of the abilities we want our quadcopters to have,
So
is one of those.
pretty clear evolution there, and I think it just got more and more fun as time went along and a little bit more engaging and get to the meat of what's going on much more quickly. You don't need to waste so much time with less meaningful introductions. One other piece of flair I had was the color inverted text. I kind of like this. It is essentially the video underneath, but just the colors inverted. It's kind of tricky to do, but I found a process to make it really fast so you can actually use it more frequently. And it shows up pretty well on all surfaces, except for something that's like middle gray. If it's perfectly gray, then you got nothing to invert. But other than that, it works out pretty well. And so some short form video as well. This is more targeting Twitter and Instagram and things like that. And so we have both things that are exclusively facing that way and stuff that is just portions of larger videos. So of the ones that we've done here, Lauren, I don't think this one was ever published yet, so this is new for the world.
Okay, so basically what we did was we took a map and then we generated a trajectory through that coordinate system and then projected a heat map, if you will, of the risks of the obstacles within that map. So basically we assigned the obstacles according to this place would be dangerous to fly over, this place is fine to fly over. And so then we can measure like what the risk of that trajectory is. So our end goal is to basically be able to have somebody specify using gestures and speech recognition the trajectory that they want to fly. And then we hope to be able to simulate that trajectory in virtual reality for validation. So with all those pieces connected together, you end up with a really, really cool mission that is very applicable for scientific research and many other fields of application as well.
So short form, but I think it does a lot to explain the 80% rule of the content there in a really, really short video. And so those are fun. It's also like in the domain that is taking place, you can see people moving around in the background. It's not as cookie cutter with someone sitting and not completely removed from the domain of the science. So one other one, the GLARF flying with no tether. This is a really good one. Not without its setbacks.
So I'm John Cooper, and I'm working on the autonomous GL10 project. Today we flew the GLARF vehicle with no tether from above. The reason for that is the inner loop control is sufficiently stable, and in order to test the outer loop waypoint following, we need a wider range of space to fly in. So the above tether restricts our lateral movement, so we need a wider range of flight.
So GLARF, no tether, another short form content piece. And finally, I put this together earlier today or yesterday about the AI and our really happy end to the summer. Give me your hand, Mark. Don't pull me in.
There's a waterfall over here.
Oh God!
Waterfall.
Oh God! Oh! Oh! Quite a way to end the summer. So thank you so much to everyone who has given me so much help along the way. This has been an absolute pleasure from my perspective. And I think it's going to be a fantastic transition into hopefully studying more engineering, more UAV, machine learning, AI stuff in college. And I hope to see you all again. And please make good progress on this. I think it's a really meaningful topic. So thank you so much.
Thanks. Who didn't make the video? Any video? Who did you not get?
So pretty much everyone should be in some of the demo videos.
Okay, great.
I know Josh you're in a video, your face is there, but I'm not sure you ever speak. And then Nick and Tian, I don't think quite made the cut. And Nick, you evaded me with that package delivery device. I really wanted to get a video on that. You're always like, we're almost done. But that's great.